Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Bowls360. It is Friday afternoon, and my good friend Lee the Lord Such. Hey, Suchy.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Simon.
He's here to join us for our Premier League preview of the weekend. We're also going to have a quick look at the state singles winners and the rankings that come out of the back of it. So we're going to have a chat about that if you like.
Yeah, great weekend. Australia long weekend. There was some good weather for the state singles final, and Daniel Torella, he's finally cracked it. After I'm not sure how many attempts he's been in the final. I think it was at least two or three of them. So
I think it's only two.
Two, is it?
Yeah, we'll go through that later on.
Yep, sure.
We'll do the Premier League stuff first. All right, without further ado, let's head to the teams. First up is tonight's game at Mount Lawley. They played Leeming, 2nd versus 10th. The changes there at Mount Lawley, Loftus and Jones come in for Harriet and Morris. For Leeming, Carl Vandersloot is back with Johnson, and Ether and Bertai are out. That looks like a pretty full-strength Mount Lawley team to play tonight. Last time round, Mount Lawley won by 55 shots, 8-0. I suspect it might be a bit worse than that.
Yeah, it looks like they are back to full strength, and a real good opportunity. I said in my review here that they've got the bottom two beef teams here at home in the next 2 weeks, so they've got a real good opportunity here to set themselves up for pretty much a guaranteed top two finish here, which I think they'll do. Look, Leeming, I suppose the only thing, they've got no pressure really. They can come out and just give this a good crack and just really go for it. It'll be a miracle, I suppose, if they got up and beat them, but I think it'll be an egg as well.
Yeah, I do too. I think it could even be 16-0 for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But there is a wine tasting tonight at Mount Lawley tonight. Yeah, maybe some of the Leeming players might attend that instead of playing the Bowls. They might have a bit more fun. The second game up for review, South Perth is playing W. These are Saturday games. South Perth first playing W 8th. Lisa Brennan comes in for South Perth at the expense of John Wardrop, who's out on holidays. For W, lead is in for Kyle McElroy. Last time round it was a tight contest with South Perth winning away from home by 1 shot, and the head-to-head battle is 18-20 W's way, but interestingly at the venue, South Perth leading 12-7.
Yeah, it's a big game. South Perth, obviously, with Mount Lawley playing Leeming at home, and you expect them to get up comfortably, so it's important that South Perth want to try and do the same and keep their top 2 spot. W, I'm just expecting them to come out with that one game where you just know they're going to get that result, just come out and really win a game by 30 odd. Yep. If they lose this, they're still in touch with that bottom 2 spot. I think they'll still be safe in the 8th spot, with Coburn and Leeming both being away, but. I've gone South Perth. I just can't pick W out at the moment, just the way they're going. I'm not sure what's happening.
No, I agree. Last year, of course, they finished strong. W, they won a few games towards the end of the year that you wouldn't have thought they'd win, but I can't see them beating South Perth. They look pretty robust.
No, Colin McElroy out as well.
Huge
on
losses,
holidays,
Yeah, no, South Perth for me as well. Aussie Park are playing Coburn. It is 6th versus 9th for Aussie Park. Wade Clatworthy's back from his trip to England. Lilburn is out. And for Coburn, Wiley is in. Big Joe Marovic is out. Last time round, it was Aussie Park at Coburn winning by 11 shots, 6-2. And the head-to-head battle, Aussie Park pretty well in front there overall, 15-8. But at Coburn, it is a 6-5 record, albeit a new surface there may change that head-to-head record a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's go time now, isn't it, for Aussie Park? They're one of the 2 teams out of the 4 that can still make the finals. I think we'll know where they're at in 2 weeks' time. I think they've got Manning next week, at Manning, so that's going to be a huge game for them. So they'll want to get at least 7 points here today just to keep themselves in that mix. Yep. Coburn, a lot to play for them as well. I mean, obviously, I haven't tipped W to win. They can come out and cause an upset. They can jump in 8 spots, so might get the challenge. So they've still got a little bit to play for, but I still think the Saints will get the job done. Yeah,
I'm going to pick Osborne Park as well. It's probably there's 4 sides in the top 6 playing the bottom 4 sides, so Aussie Park need to win this just to keep in touch, because if they lose it, then the other 3 sides that are playing bottom 3 sides will probably go further ahead of them. So it's a big game for them, but I will pick them to win. They were so strong at the start of the year, they had a bit of a blip, but they should beat Coburn, I think, at Coburn. 4th game is Sorrento and Manning. 7th versus 4th for Sorrento. It is Marshall and Fleiser is in. Mortimer Hutchinson out. And for Manning, Scotty Walker's back from his trip to England. Nathan Jones also back. Christina Van Neurup, she must be on national duties, I suppose. Jason Tithridge is out. Last time round, Manning won 7-1 by 41 shots. and the head-to-head record is 5-8 Manning's way and 3-all at Sorrento. We did hear, didn't we, that Cody Packer might have been playing this game, but he's now not playing. We've checked the teams this morning and he's not there anymore.
No, he was in when I was doing my write-up, so those that do see it, I had him in there. But like you said, the top 4 teams are playing bottom 4 teams, so it's really important. Sereno, obviously, you can't take them lightly because they have been better at home this year, and they're still trying to hang on for that challenge game. Manning went down last week at home. They really need to bounce back because I think they could be out of the 4 if they do lose this one.
Yeah, Chris is a huge loss, but probably offside a bit by Scott Walker and Nathan Jones coming back.
That definitely helps. I mean, Chris has been their best performed skipper this year, but definitely with Scotty and Nathan coming back, it's a big in.
Going for Manning?
I'm taking Manning,
yeah,
yes.
Me too. And finally, probably the game of the round, the only game where 2 sides in the top 6 are playing each other, Bassendean Cambridge. It is Bassendean 5th, Cambridge 3rd. For Bassendean, we've mixed it up a bit. Stokes and Holman have come in for Bartlett and Wayne Nielsen, who's out injured. For Cambridge, Augustin is back after his injury. Manning is out. The first time round, Bassendean won by 4 shots at Cambridge, 6-2. And at a head-to-head record is 10-12 Cambridge away. But at Bassendean, it is a 6-3 record to the home side.
Season on the line really for you guys. This is a must win because like you say, I think the top 3 teams will win, so if they lose this one, I think it's just about the end. I think you guys will be about 13 points out of the mix, which I think will be a bit hard to catch. You've got a couple of skippers out too. Obviously Rhodes has come back in and Nielsen back out injured, like you say. Arthur Bartlett, obviously a very handy player, not in as well. Really gonna have to dig deep. So this is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously this is a grand final for you guys, so it's everything to play for. Cambridge, I've gone Cambridge only because I'm behind you in the tips, so I need to try and catch up. But Cambridge have got the momentum at the moment. They've just been exceptional.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's been the G up with those guys, but I think they haven't lost a game since about round 6 or something like that.
Yeah, their last 5-6 weeks have been awesome.
No, so and again, it's all on. I think the Blake Nanrink. I mean, if you can sort of keep them under control, Basso have a chance. But yeah, they really need to win this one.
Yeah, top 3 sides look pretty set, don't they? South Perth, Mantle, and Manning. So this game may decide the 4th spot in the finals. So it's a huge game for both sides to win. Double points almost in a way for them. I hate to do your tipping, but I'm tipping Cambridge.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I think Rhodes and Wayne Nielsen are probably our 2 best players. Certainly skippers wise. So you lose your 2 best players out of a side that's trying to get into the finals is huge, and when you come up against Clive and Blake and Cam, they've got 4 pretty good skippers there. So I'm just going to tip Cambridge. Usually if it's a 50-50 game, I'll tip the home side. I just think it's swayed towards Cambridge's way, so I'm going for the Knights. Alright, you brought up the tipping. Let's have a quick look at it. Last week was a horror round for us. You only got 1, I only got 2. Interestingly, they were 3 different tips too, which is funny. And so for this week, we've gone exactly the same. So I am 40 points to 39, holding a 1 point advantage over you.
Yeah, well, I won't catch you this week, that's for sure.
No.
So,
all right, let's have a look at the state singles. Firstly, we'll look at the men's. So there's Daniel Torella. Congratulations to him. We'll touch on him in a minute. Quickly, the results there. A good grand final against Segan Pasalic, and well done to him. He's certainly one of our young up-and-coming stars, 25-19. And DT didn't have it all his own way in the games there. You can see Clive Adams, 25-23. Was Nielsen, 21-19. Reece Cummings, who I rate very highly as a singles player, 21-17. Dave Downey, a winner from a couple of years ago, 21-19 as well. So he didn't have it all his own way in the games, but a superb effort for DT to win. He's holding all 4 men's state titles at the moment. I don't think it's been done in Western Australia before. I could crunch the numbers and go back, but it's hard to know when events were played back in the old days. So I suspect it's the first time. And someone even rates me this week and said it may even be the first time in Australia. That
it's always a bit tricky to
so.
tell with ACT and non-territory. I suppose it might be quite doable, but it's a phenomenal feat over here, especially
amazing.
with the amount of. And like you say, he didn't have it all his own way. I think his last 5 games were all within a handful of shots, and beating a couple of ex-champions there. So. No, it was. I think this. If he was going to win it, I think this was the year with the form that he'd been in, and
great touch, isn't
and
he?
being at Mount Lawley too. I think obviously he would have had the crowd support.
Yeah, the stars all lined up for him, didn't they?
Yeah, no, very good effort.
Yeah, and the ladies is of course Lisa Featherby. She beat Therese Hastings in the 25-19 at that game. I don't know if you watched any of it on the replay, but that game certainly showed that the hardest shot to play in bowls is the winning shot, because she was 23-12 or something or other, and Therese came back and really fought it out. Helen Heal in the semi, 21-11, Claire Buchanan 21-10, but the big win, and probably the win that got her the title, was defeating Lara Butler 21-16, especially as she knew by that stage that Chrissy Van Nierop was out of contention. So well done to Lisa. Both DT and Lisa have made quarterfinals, semi-finals. Lisa has made semi-finals the last 4 years at least. So well done to her. That's her first win, same as DT. So it's really been a really good year for our singles winners.
Yeah, I didn't know that she hadn't won it before actually, and quite a dominant performance really, like you said. And she had quite a large lead over Teresa. I think Teresa would have been going for probably to equal quick Chrissy,
I
just
think
about,
so.
if she could have won it.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously she just had that big lead, and although Teresa made quite a comeback out of it in the end, but Lisa managed to hold on, and so now a couple of really, really good singles players that'll give us every chance at the Nationals.
Yeah.
And with it being in WA too, let's see what
it will
happens.
be too, yeah. Could have another Australian champion out of it. So that brings us to, do you want to have a look at the rankings?
Yeah, let's have a look at the rankings.
Alright, let's look at the men's first. So it is an unchanged top 5 after the state singles. Warren Holt still holds number 1, but you can see at the side here the ranking score 95. Warren has Blake Nan 94.7, top 5, just out of the top spot. But DT with 81 points, those three have cleared out from 4th spot. Justin Opie, and 5th place is Ben Leggett. You can see there in the green the 4 titles that he currently holds. And Blake Nan, of course, probably should stop playing with him if he wants to get in front of him. He's also holding 5 titles at the moment for Blake. So they're probably our 2 informed bowlers going around at the moment. Clive Adams moves up into 6th. Kyle McElroy drops a spot with Matty Mitchell on 7th. Wes Nielsen moves in the top 10 with his good showing in the singles into 9th. And Dave Goddard, getting to the round of 64, rounds out our top 10.
Yeah, I think I love this program that you've got, and ever since you first came out with it, I thought it was a terrific good idea. I know, because I'm not 100% sure how the state squads are actually picked, but I think if they don't have something like this, they could really do with it, because if you go off that, would have a very different state side.
Could do.
And I mean, guys like Miles Kemp in the past, I think, who went 2 state titles in 12 months and never really got in.
Yeah.
So I think this gives at least players a platform, and at least they can question and sort of say, well, why didn't I get picked? Yeah. At least, well, if they go to something like this, and they can say, because I think obviously the state events, with how you go in those events, are a massive contributor to the state team.
Yeah, which is the first 4 columns there, the men's state events in this case. It's interesting that DT now has all 4 wins their state titles. I currently have the score sheet as the winner getting 10 points. You can see it there. The state winner gets 10 points for the grand final, but the runner-up gets 9. I'm toying with the idea of maybe increasing the points for the grand final for the winner.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you think that would be?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think only 1 point difference. I think that might be a bit.
You've got to have a bit of clear out.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I think maybe a grand final is worth 15.
Yeah, I think so too.
Runner-up probably 12. Semi-finalists 10, and then the rest can stay the same. So I might fiddle with that and see how it spits out after the triples. But I think DT is probably really our number 1 player going around at the moment. His current form should be weighted a bit more to represent that in the rankings. And the ladies. So there's the ladies' rankings. Lisa Featherby is still our number 1 player after her win in the singles. Chris A. Watson 2nd with 87 points. Chrissy Van Nierop 77.3. Deb Saunders in 4th spot, unchanged top 4. Lara Butler moves into the top 5 with 65. It gets quite congested after that. Linda Warburton hangs on there in 6th. Helen Morse in 7th. Lisa Smith in 8th. Sian Saunders 9th, and Therese Hastings back into the top 10 with her singles performance.
I suppose Lisa's always going to be pretty hard to catch, because she plays in absolutely everything
and goes deep
goes deep too. And she always does very well when she goes over to the Australian Open as well.
Yeah.
But I think this is a great idea, and it's certainly something that a lot of players can benefit from, especially like we mentioned, coming into state selection.
All right, so that brings us to an end. Thanks for the positive feedback there, Suchy. I'll take that on board. I think I've had a few good comments about the ranking sheet, so I'm glad that some people are finding it useful. All right, that brings us to an end today. Thank you again once and all. Thank you, Suchy.
Good luck, Simon, and good luck everyone on the weekend.
Looks like a hot weekend.
Yeah, it is. It's just got club pairs on Sunday, so got a nice full weekend.
Thank you all. We'll see you all later on. Bye for now.